Welcome to another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together. This week is a special episode, ladies and gentlemen. We got some more City Slickers on the screen. We have the organizer of the event on the New York Tristate Armwrestling founder here with us, Steve Fernandez. We have Garrett Tupper, our lightweight guy, and then our super heavyweight guy. On the other end of the spectrum, we have for the first time to the show, Ben Ciapoli. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Welcome. Hope I didn't butcher your last name, man.
No, that was pretty good.
Nice.
These forearms are looking huge, man.
Jesus, what are you feeding them things?
I was going to say, look at the size of this guy's fucking arms, man. I didn't realize how big he was until I seen him over at New England when we met. And, yeah, man, he's a beast, absolute monster. Went up against a couple of big-name guys, man. So, yeah, man, it was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to see you on screen. I look forward to seeing you, this upcoming week. So tell Ben, this is your first time on the show. First time many people are actually getting to meet you. Tell us a little bit about your history in arm wrestling. Don't go too much into it because we're going to talk a little more about that on the trip, of course. But just a little brief overview. What brought you into this sport?
Started on YouTube. The first time, I started on YouTube and then I called up Granite Arms, and they're like, "We're not practicing this week because we have a tournament." It was New England's 2018, and I just went to the tournament. So my first pulling on a real table was in a tournament at Mohegan Sun. I didn't do too bad. I won a few and lost a few. I actually pulled the professor down there, and my first tournament, and then just loved it. Stayed in it, and I spent about a year as an amateur, and then I went up into the pro and just slowly been getting better. It's taken me a long time to get where I feel like I'm understanding it. That's the thing with arm wrestling is, for me anyway, it takes a long time to learn this shit. I use an example of, like, if you're a kid and you play basketball, you play 8 hours a day for the summer and you have 1,000 hours by the end of the summer. But with arm wrestling, you arm wrestle an hour a week. It takes you a few years or 10 years to get 1,000 hours, So it does, for me anyway. It took a while to get to feel like I was starting to understand it.
Oh, we're happy to have you on the team. You've been making some waves on the Northeast coast, so just enough waves just to kind of get yourself out there on this trip, man.
Yeah.
If we didn't have the guys that spoke highly about you, we would never have known you existed. So we're happy to get you out there.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, a lot of these guys that are on my team are usually the guys I'm trying to beat, like Roger Learn and Joe Galgucci, and I pull with Sam at practice sometimes. But yeah, those two, I pulled Roger and Joe in a bunch of tournaments, but my best tournament was the New Way Nationals. I think it was 22 New Way Nationals in Atlantic City, and I beat both of them to take the win at their nationals.
Nice.
So, what homework have you done for your opponent? You know anything about Len?
Just a little. I mean, I've seen a few of his matches that it seems like maybe there's been what I found was maybe one match a year for the last 2 or 3 years, what I could find. And then before that, it was some older stuff. So yeah, when I first found out who I was pulling, I kind of searched as good as I could. I did find the match that where he pulled Steve Walker, but Steve Walker kind of just went right through him, which made me happy because Steve is a fucking beast.
Yeah. Steve's a freaking monster.
Yeah.
If he beat Steve, I'd have problems.
So. Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Sam? Welcome to the show again. How's it going? Good.
Sam.
We're looking forward to, I know we're seeing the screen.
Good, how are you?
But I've seen some of you guys in person. Ben is, I think, the only person I haven't met in person yet, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with you this upcoming week, man.
That'd be awesome.
So, Garrett, I know you saw your opponent on screen yesterday. Did you get a chance to hear what he had planned for you? What do you got going on? Did it change up your plans?
I caught a little bit of the podcast. I didn't watch the whole thing, but no, I didn't hear like really what his plans were for against me.
Fair enough. Did you think it matters for you at all, or are you just you're gonna just destroy this dude?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident. I've hit all my weak points, so I'm not really worried about anything really.
Fair.
I would say if there's something to worry about, it would be his speed, Garrett. That's probably the only thing you'd have to worry about, you know? Just watch him hit, be careful. He does have strength. He's been going up against a lot of bigger guys, and he's ranked in Canada. So he's not he's no slump. He's
Oh yeah, no, I take all my opponents super serious, and I think I have some good experience with speed, like with John Hanoski, and he has a lot of power behind it, and I was able to catch him a couple of times, but
hell, man, you slowed me down. I like to say that I have a pretty quick hit myself, so you know, it's definitely you have a good response to speed.
Yeah.
So, Steve, tell us any other updates on this reality show concept that we got going on? Anything else that any twists and turns you want to share with us?
I do have something for you guys at the end of the super match. See, hopefully the way everything's supposed to turn out. Beyond that, I'd say I can't wait to get on the party bus, because we're going to be partying before everybody that stays over. Obviously, if you've been to my house before, we'll be there in the jacuzzi, probably hanging around, having a couple of drinks, eating food, and then obviously at 2 a.m., we'll be getting on the bus, the party bus going to JFK. And we'll say about 2, 3 o'clock or something like that, we will be going. And then party at the JFK to Bozeman. We're going to take another bus over to Great Falls. Obviously, it's up to you guys if you want. I was thinking about taking you guys out to dinner when we got there, or because I know everybody wants to weigh in, we can do that after weigh-ins on the next day, which would be Friday. And, we're going out to the hot springs too as well. And man, between the mansion and everything like that, the fire pits, the jacuzzi there, I think it's going to be a great time, man. And the super matches and the production team, that we're doing this with. So it's definitely going to be on a different level. We're going to be setting up cameras over there in the mansion, probably around let's say 3 or 4 different cameras everywhere, outside by the jacuzzi, upstairs, the living room, downstairs, so we have all, hit main points of the whole place. And take it from there. We're going to be live streaming on the way there, on the bus too, taking pictures, posting videos, posting photos, live stream the whole time. And as much as we can get service is when we'll be live streaming pretty much. Or if anything, then we'll be taking videos and taking photos and posting them as we go, so everybody can get the point and see what we're doing. But it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I've QR coded the link to Steve's Facebook page, the New York Tristate Armwrestling. Please follow that page for all the updates, because it's going to be on that page, and I think on your personal page too, right?
Yeah.
So stay tuned for all things, all links, and everything in that regards over there.
Want a video?
We learned in that too.
What's up?
Yeah.
There he is.
And the whole
How's
team.
it going, yeah?
Doing good, man.
What's up, Roger? How's it going?
Good. We're just getting all ramped up and getting excited, just talking a little bit about our matches, any changes in our game plans. I know that you got a second match added to your roster. Damn, you got your work cut out for you right and left. Any changes in how you've been training since you found that out?
No, I mean, I pretty much just stuck to the game plan and just coming in the strongest, That's pretty much it.
From what I see, Roger is ridiculously determined right now. He's working out with Chuck. Chuck just told me he's an absolute fucking beast. And Roger just told me too, not too long ago, that I'll make it if I don't making it's because I'm at the gym, just getting the better side of myself, So that just shows me how much determination Roger's got right now. He's in the gym, losing the weight, doing what he has to do. And I appreciate that, man, honestly, So all you guys really appreciate, for doing what you're doing out here, man. Sam, Ben, everybody, man, So you guys were picked specifically, to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Roger going in with the left and right hand match, which is ridiculous, But everybody, all in all, has their work cut out for them, You have Len Houghton. Len Houghton is an absolute beast, Ben,
Yeah.
He's gone up like guys like Steve Walker. Garrett, you got his speed, cut out for you. You know what I mean? You're a monster, but you're gonna have to catch him. Sam, man, as far as I know, I think he made a mistake. So I think you have your hands. I think he's gonna be able to feel your hand, and it's gonna feel like a wrench, and he's gonna be his hands full. You know what I mean? So I really don't think he knows what he's got going in front of him. So and you already know with Roy, man. I already know he's got no idea. And he already said he's going to kick in his hand. I think that kick in his hand is going to be way too much for your hand in general. You know what I mean? So as strong as he is, I just don't think that it's going to go his way or the way people think, because don't get me wrong, he's strong. I see he's strong and everything else. I get that. But if your hand isn't as strong as your arm that it needs to be, it's just not going to go the way it should.
Especially with my hand and wrist being as the healthiest and strongest it's ever been.
Yeah. Ever.
I feel like that not one person, even the super heavies that I normally train with, could crack my wrist right now. It's just, if you can't crack my wrist, you're in trouble. Let's just say that you're not gonna be able to access anything else.
Just out of curiosity, Dan, do you have a press at all? Have you worked it? Yeah.
No, I haven't worked the press yet. No, I mean, I have one, but it's sloppy and it's ugly and it's like very cringe-worthy. It's effective. It gets the job done when I need it to, but it's not something that I use unless it's like it's a Hail Mary ditch effort type of deal. But I don't think I'm going to necessarily need to whip that out of the arsenal for this match. The next one for next month, I will definitely need that. I'm going to definitely need that for next month's match. But we'll talk about that at another time. But so I just wanted everybody to know and see the lineup that we got going on. I did a little video on TikTok, and I shared it with the crew, and it's been kind of floating around. I'll let everyone else on the show see it right now. Give us about 40 seconds of your life.
Blessed be our new founding fathers.
What a fucking lineup. What a fucking lineup. I love it.
It looks great, man.
So with that being said, Sam, who do you call for the match of the night? Who do you think is going to make the biggest show of the night?
I could see Garrett taking that.
Oh yeah, opening match. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if we started off with a banger. It's all on you, Garrett. Make it look good. Make him look like he's in the match.
I would say flash him. I'd say hit him straight off the bat. You know what I mean? And then afterwards.
Oh yeah, there's no messing around.
Control him. Yeah, exactly.
Take the first 2 rounds, put that shit in the back pocket, and then play around the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Do we have a full lineup for the whole show? I haven't heard the lineup.
Yeah, the full lineup is what I just posted. I just showed it to you guys.
Oh, that's the order?
Yeah, that's the. Well, I don't know if that's the exact order per se.
Oh, okay, because you mentioned his first match, so I thought I'm
thinking it's probably going to be from what we were talking about before. I think it's going to be from 154 all the way up, and then women's at the end. I think that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So, which I think that's what we should do. You know what I mean, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guys have a great lineup. And I don't know if everybody knows, but we have 2 world champions that are going to be going up against each other. Jolene Anderson and Maddie, Madison Walker. They're 2 world champions. And so it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great match. Both of them. Everybody's going to have a great match. But in general, that should definitely be showcased a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because it's
Hell yeah.
Maddie's stepping up into a different era. Jolene Anderson's been in the game. She's been pulling for a while, but at the same time, like I said, you have 2 world champions going up against each other. It should be definitely noticed.
With that being said, I wanted to actually shout out a couple people in the chat tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Alandis IRL, No Team Arm Wrestling. That's Adam Hernandez and Garcia Francisco. What's up, guys, from Puerto Rico? And we got Paul Cruz in the house. What up, Paul Cruz? Strong Island.
Oh, yeah.
My friend M Pasilico, she's in the house. What's up, M? Thank you guys for tuning in. So, Ben, now that you've seen the lineup, though, who do you think is going to take home the match of the night?
I don't know. The kid that Roger's pulling, I've seen him pull on I don't know his name, but I've seen him on what's that?
Worlds. He just pulled out Worlds left hand.
No, I saw him in a Montana show. I don't know if he was at. Yeah, see, I'm horrible at names, but he looks really strong. So I think that could be a match of the night with Roger.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he was left or right, but
I mean, Roger always brings the fireworks to a show, so I think that that can very well be the one. Definitely can be.
It's going to be
hopefully I
big
make my match look easy.
I think Roger's got this right. I think he's got his. I think he's got some work to be done on left. You know what I mean? Because this guy is no joke on left hand. He just won Worlds left hand. You know what I mean? So he's no fucking joke. And I know Roger's strong as fuck left hand, but it's just I know Roger's stronger right handed too. You know what I mean? So it's.
I've been doing my homework on him. I've noticed that he's a presser on the right side, and on the left, it's more of a fell. Like if he can't do anything else, he'll press it. So I'm not going to give him that option, bro. I'm going to blast him right outside of his arm.
There you go.
I've been doing my homework, big dog. I've been doing a lot of hours on him.
Nice one, man. Nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait because every match is going to be sick, man. I can't wait.
Garrett, what do you think? Who do you think is going to take home the match of the night?
There's so many good matchups. It's hard to really say, but I think you probably could possibly have match of the night with like his really strong arm and side pressure, but you're most likely going to take his hand, so that could be a grinding war. And so I think possibly you.
If he wants to hang on, he's going to be in trouble. And if he wants to go to the strap, he's still going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
It's he I've heard him talk up to the lead up. Yeah, he's like, let's go to the strap. I'm probably going to, opt straight to the strap. I'm like, let's see how we do outside of the strap first. And then every other round after that, I'll be happy to go to the strap.
Well, yeah, even with you in the straps, I felt your power at the Jason Vale because I thought in the straps I'd have a little more containment, glued to you a little more, but it's still took the hand.
Now, if he does his homework, Dan, for a fact is he a flop presser at all? Has he ever done that?
Yeah, he does press.
So you have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
I know, but he said he's not going to be doing that. Claims
Don't
he's not.
Don't ever take your opponent's word, big dog.
100%.
If you keep taking his hand, he'll flop.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
won't
he
let
has
him.
side
I
pressure,
the first thing he's going to do is press.
Oh, more than likely. Absolutely. But you know what? I train
least
with
to
a
get
lot
to
of
the
press. I love it. What happened?
I'll bet an extra $100 that he starts with a press.
Okay. There you go. I like that. And he's gonna lose with that press too. He's gonna tax the hell out of his own arm. Roger, who do you think is gonna take a match of the night?
There's a lot of it, man. Honestly, every one of us have the potential for it, but I mean, I don't know. I think honestly, Dan, you got your homework cut out for you, so I'm gonna be cheering for you on that one. I hope. Honestly, I think every one of us. I hope we all fucking bring the match of the night. Every one of us. So I mean, I really can't even pinpoint one. I can't.
I do know that they're definitely. I think they're underestimating us all. I think that
I think we're gonna blow them out the water.
because they've been a little radio silent, so they don't got nothing to say to us. I haven't seen much from them. I invited a bunch of them on. I don't know if they're watching right now, but I told them, come on, so we can talk a little bit and see where you're at. But I guess they're waiting for till game day. Maybe it's just a country folk thing that they got going on over there. The strong silent type, right?
I'm a little slow to the party. Are they sharing the mansion with us? Are they going to be in there with us?
No.
Okay. I was about to say we could make some drama happen.
I mean, that would be very interesting.
They're probably going to come over and party with us a night or so, which I told the guys they can come over and party with us, which I think would be good. We're going to have a couple of tables there too, so we can pull, there too. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But no, nobody's staying over there. The only people that are staying over there are the city slickers, us, New York Tristate Armwrestling. That's it.
Cool.
Yep, not enough room for them.
maybe
the next one, if they want to team up, they want to do something. Which that's what we should do next time. Is get a really big mansion and then team up together, get some place so we can put everybody in the house and do it for maybe like a week instead of doing it for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
but just little by little.
Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Yeah.
So, Steve, I know you're a little partial, but who do you think is going to carry the match of the night? We didn't hear your opinion.
Garrett's going to carry the match of the night.
Oh shit! Okay, opening match.
Yeah, I think he's going to have the match, and I'll tell you why. Because I think it's going to cause a problem for Garrett with his speed, and I know Garrett, he catches really good, but it's just from all these guys that are talking about, he's been pulling and he's pulled a lot bigger people, than Garrett. But at the same time, I've seen Garrett pull all day long pros for a long time now, so he's been, he's been made his stamp. And this kid just started, making his stamp around, and he is, ranked in Canada, in Alberta, but in general, so is Garrett. He's number one's Vermont. Guy's an absolute fucking monster. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be a little bit of a war. I don't know what's going to happen. I want to see what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to dive in for a press while Garrett's trying to catch. That's another thing too. Careful with him trying to press after he pulls down. So that's what he likes to do, is just turn straight over on you. You know what I mean? But
no, I'm just gonna load up so much he's just gonna bounce right off. He's not gonna be able to do it.
I love that.
I love that. That's awesome. But yeah.
So honestly, what's everybody's plan? I mean, on the night of flying, is everybody going to stay up all night and fucking bring it in and just sleep on the plane, or are we gonna? What's the plan?
The first, it's up to whatever anybody wants to do. I'm saying I'm going to be partying until I pass out, and then I'm going to wake up, and then I have to go to work and do everything like I have to do, like I do every single fucking day, and keep going at it. I barely sleep as it is, so it doesn't really,
I'm excited, bro. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, I can't wait to party on the bus, and then I can't even wait to stop for a couple hours in Washington because I'm just going to keep on drinking and eating there. And then as soon as we get there, it's setting up all the cameras, got everything ready, and party again. And then we'll start sobering up, I think, a couple of days after. No, but it's going to be a good time. Either way, all around, it's going to be a really good time. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not going to be participating in any of that partying.
I'll be sleeping.
Sober, straight edge.
Party means gathering us all together. It doesn't mean you have to drink. Doesn't mean you have to smoke. I'll be doing both. But I'm just saying, in general, you don't have to. You don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. Be there, party, be part of the party, have fun. You know what I mean? Talk. That's what the match is there for. Is to catch everything. That's what we're doing.
I'm letting loose.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll probably be dragging after my drive down. Fall asleep on the bus.
Who is this? So I got this guy texting me right now. I don't know who he is. He's telling me I have to call him. He's from Texas or something. He's telling me I gotta call him. He's saying, "Are you on an arm wrestling podcast right now, or you need to call me?" I'm like, "Who are you?"
What's up, Jesus?
All right, guys, gentlemen, I'm gonna throw him on this call. I gotta figure out who this guy is. Give me a minute. I'll hop off the screen. Steve, you take the show for a little bit. Take the reins.
Oh,
All right. So let me ask everybody, because I love. Look, it's not that really like stirring shit. I just put the shit out there for you guys to know for a fact. It's not like fucking. I mean, if you ask me, I'll tell you. I have no fucking problem. That's one thing. If you don't know me, you know me, Roger. It's
sorry.
I wear everything on my sleeve, so you're gonna get what you get either way. So I don't want to hurt your fucking feelings, but it is what it is. In general, I think it's gonna be 154 all the way up, then plus Madison and everything else. Any other match that you guys feel comfortable with while you guys are pulling, because you do have left and right hand matches, Roger. So if you by any chance feel like you want to take your other opponent left hand after you beat him right after everything is over, and you want to bet some money or something like that, we can do something like that. But the pot will be yours to win. So whatever that I put out there, say it's $100, and you think you could beat him. He matches 100, you win $200 extra. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it'll be for everybody out there. Ben, Garrett, everybody, Sam, everybody, the girls, everybody. So as soon as everything's all set and done, this would be like almost like a call out super match after we're all set and done. Kind of like an idea of like if you're saying like Sam's looking at somebody else at 198, whoever, what's his name is pulling, and he goes, Steve, I think I could take him right hand at one. You know what I mean? So this is how we're going to kind of feel it to see if we can make a couple more bucks. You guys can make a couple more bucks. I'm not going to. That's the only way we'll be able to bet is if we actually put the money out there and you win it. So because we're also, if I win it or anything like that, then we wouldn't be able to do that. So, but you guys make more money like that. We'll see if we can make a little bit, a little bit better. But yeah, in general, I know that the place that we're staying at is so fucking nice, man. It's so fucking beautiful. Outside, fucking, if you look at it from the top, it looks like a fake green grass house. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's like the whole area around there and what it looks like on the actual where we're staying. Everything looks fake all around it. And it's so fucking nice, dude. 2 floors. I think it's 5 bedrooms. One room is going to have 5 beds. So it's going to be Dan in the middle, Aiden on the left, Sam on the right, Garrett Tupper and his dad on the side there. So it's going to be 5 guys into one room. But if you've seen the room, it's big enough. It's not like a fucking, you guys seen that 5 bed room, I would say. But then we have Roger and the girls going to be upstairs in their own room. Jason and his girl's going to be in his own room. I'm definitely taking my own fucking room. So fuck everybody else, what anybody else thinks. And then Dan, I think I told you you're going to be split between Sam and Aiden right in the middle. So you're going to sandwich each other. So there's actually a room between the beds and everything like that. So it's pretty good. Kitchen's nice and big. Living room's nice and big. Dining room's fucking beautiful. The deck outside is fucking gorgeous. There's a little fire pit out there too. Jacuzzi's is on the bottom with the playground and all that other bullshit too as well. But yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be great. Hot springs, we're going to make a decision on to which one. Dan, we looked at the hot springs. We should just see which one we're going to do tomorrow just to make sure, everything's all set and done, and we'll make the reservation.
Yep. I think it's going to be at the one up in Helena.
Yeah, so we'll do the one up to Helena, and then that was beautiful. We can have a couple drinks there, a couple smokes there, relax, eat, enjoy yourselves in the beautiful fucking hot springs. Face-offs that day. Then I think we're probably going to go out to eat with the competitors that night too as well, and the production team. And it should be good, man. It should be great. Everybody's going to meet, everybody from the M spot. It's going to be good, man. I can't wait. We're just
the face.
A hell of an experience, man. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
The face-off is where we'll weigh in, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's going to happen at 6:00 on Friday night,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get to feast. Steve, you said something about, maybe going out to dinner Thursday night. I'm going to tell you right now, you'll have a very light bill because I'm going to eat very little Thursday night.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
that's what I'm
cutting it
saying.
close, man. I'm
Well, that's
cutting
what
it
I'm saying.
close.
That's what I was going to say. So it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. I have no problem. I mean, we can either I can take you guys out to eat when we get there, or we'll take you guys out to eat after you weigh in. I have no problem. You know what I mean? So it's up to whatever you guys want. I just want you guys to enjoy yourselves, really. That's all I want to do.
I'll be sticking light until I weigh in.
Yeah, it should be after weigh-ins. I don't care because I don't have to weigh in, but
That's what I'm saying. Nobody really has to
not
weigh
fair to
in.
those guys.
Nobody's too far around their weight now, anyways. The only one that's far is I would say you, Roger, fluctuate from 230 to 245. So,
Yep. Good cooking.
Yeah, I gotta watch my weight a little bit.
yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
well, you have 54, 55, 56. You have up to 57.8.
Yeah, I weighed like 156 tonight, so I'm pretty good. But if I
Oh, you're
start
solid.
to eat a lot, it goes right up.
Okay. Yeah, you're solid, dude. You're definitely solid, man. You know what I mean? So you don't have anything to worry about. You're right there. You know what I mean? And even if we have to, we'll throw you in the fucking jacuzzi and just close the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Perfect.
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Dude, at least we have something to fucking, if we have to sweat it out or anything like that, you just sitting there, dude, and just get out, wipe yourself off, get back in, you know what I mean, over and over again until you sweat it all out.
Yeah,
Right? We gotta get we gotta get a scale just to make sure we're all good.
Yeah.
Well, we have to stop at Walmart and get all those other fucking things. So when we stop at Walmart, we'll get a scale.
Sounds like a plan.
Do we ever get confirmation?
Chat and say hi to we got James Clark, Jennifer Ann Learn, Ryan Boussier. What's up, guys? We got
Badger. Badger's on.
Badger Drews is on.
Yeah.
Tom is on. We got Michael Nance. What's up? Some definitely old guys in the sport. You guys,
Nice.
Seasoned veterans. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the hot tub. I'm looking forward to the hot springs. I'm looking forward to just being up in the mountains.
It's gonna be great.
Ben, let me ask you something. How do you feel the matchup against Len? Do you think he has anything for you? What do you think?
With a long arm, I could find myself in trouble, but if I get him in the straps, I don't think I'll have an issue.
Is that what your plan is?
I'll try to pull him without the strap, but if the way I pull is I'm usually not holding on anyway. So if he wants to try to, if he can hold on to me, then I might be a little bit in trouble, but usually it's not too much of an issue. And then I'm better in the straps usually.
Nice.
Good shit, man.
I'm not too worried about it.
How about
Yeah,
you?
as long as you can get past his leverage, I think your arm will go past his arm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
What
Because these old guys, their hands are fucking still iron,
Yep.
but maybe his arm won't be as strong, hopefully. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Roger? Do you have any problems, left hand or right hand, with any of your opponents? I'm saying I was thinking you might have some trouble with your left hand.
I was looking at his top roll, bro. I like how he does it because he'll get right behind his shoulder. So if I get the rep to square him up and get in his head right before the match, I'll get him before the go. I'll just have to fuck with him before the setup.
Yeah.
I'll be like, straighten his shoulder up, straighten his shoulder up. Get right into him.
Yeah.
But I think I have a good odds.
Left and right hand.
Right hand easy if he falls into my hook because I see he likes to go into a hook every now and then.
Okay.
And then if he wants to try to top roll, then it'll be even easier. But the left arm, I'm more worried about the left arm.
That's what I was saying too. How about you, Sam? What do you think about your opponent? Do you think anything that that you can come into trouble with?
I tried doing a little bit of research. I saw one of his videos that said something about he placed at Worlds.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that video or who he told. So I don't even know if it was IFA, WAF, or what. So I assume he's good. But just looking at his win-loss record, it didn't really scare me. So I feel like I got a pretty good shot. So
that's good.
Other than that, I've dealt with top rollers. I mean, just as long as my hand containment's there, I think I should be good.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have a longer arm than his too. I think your
Mhm.
lever's gonna be a lot longer than his. I think it's gonna be a problem for him, and in the end, I think it's gonna be a problem for him.
I got a few more options on my left too. I can sometimes kind of top roll and
Can you
so
press with your left too?
top roll, press, hook. So my left is a little bit better than my right with versatility, I'd say.
Nice. Yeah. How do you feel about your match? Anything like different? Do you feel anything's going to be a problem with you or anything like that against him? Have you working some different angles just to try to see if anything would be like a scare to you from him?
I'm not really worried about getting into any position because I trained my top roll really good, my hook, press, so I'm ready to be in any position. I feel really good right now.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Have you watched any of his videos or anything like that, just to kind of get an idea?
Yeah, I've saw a couple of his super matches, and he doesn't have too many videos out there. I saw some of his older tournament polls, but yeah, it looks like he top rolls a little bit and has like kind of a weird press, but
Yeah, I saw the same thing. He likes to press a lot to get in there if he has to, which he usually does from what I've seen.
yeah.
But how about you, Dan? How do you feel like up against Roy? I mean, you've been working
I
anything?
feel as ready and healthy as I've ever been. My hand and wrist are as strong as it's ever been. Finding out that his hand has his wrist has a little bit of a kink in it helps me out, knowing that my strength is his weakness. And not for nothing, I also set up my I have a pulley that I very rarely use, which I should probably use it more often, but I've been using it for the last few months now, and I set it up specifically for his pressures and his lanes that he's been showing, because I've been analyzing his style a lot, and he's pretty consistent with how he pulls. And I think I have a lot more options available to me. So I think I'm gonna make quick work of the first 2 rounds, and then I'll have some fun with the third round. And if he's game for it, I'll tell him let's pull all 5 rounds after I 3-0 him.
All right, that's confident, man. But yeah, I think his side pressure might be a little bit of a problem. You know what I mean? At the same time, taking his hand, I don't think it's going to be to that point to where you have to worry about anything else. He does have power. He does have good side pressure, but I think you're going to end up taking his hand, maybe even hurting his hand. I don't think he's going to expect that type of power to when he actually grips up with you. Then he's going to realize he's in it for a ride.
I had a guy who has a pretty lethal press that I train with, and his inside game is insane too. On top of it, so I've been using that as well to kind of work against in the event he does press, because I have seen him do some pressing, but that's usually when he's in a strap though, because he doesn't like to hold on. He likes to slip out and go to the strap pretty quickly. So, and I think with his wrist the way it is, that's what exactly he's going to try to do. And if that's the case, so be it. But he's going to learn that the strap doesn't always cancel out the hand.
No.
Doesn't always cancel out the hand. Not always.
No. Depends on how you pull. It really doesn't sometimes.
Sometimes it complements the hand and makes the hand even bigger. No, it's definitely, and I think with a couple other people who aren't on screen, with Madison Walker and Jolene Anderson's match, that's gonna be a hell of a one. I haven't seen anything from Jolene, to be honest. I haven't done any homework on her. I just know Madison's strength and power and explosiveness, and I think that anybody's hard pressed to find another person who can handle that kind of hit right off the go. I think once with her, Jolene's experience, she might be able to maybe squeeze a round out, maybe. But I'm going to say it's going to go 3-1, but it's going to be exciting rounds, nonetheless, with her. And then Vladimir, based off what you guys have said, kind of spiked my interest a little bit. So I did a little research on him and watched him a little bit more. So before this event even came to fruition and we asked him to be on a roster, I had no idea who he was, and oh man, everyone's gonna find out who Vladimir is. Everyone's gonna find out who that powerhouse is. He's a monster.
I don't think people realize. I didn't even realize how strong he was, until he was at the table, at the barbecue. So he's and I don't really know how good this kid is. What's his name? Johnson, Chris Johnson from last night.
Yep.
And I've seen a couple of videos, from him. He's beat the arm bending practitioner, Caleb Johnson, from what was he from Cali or something like that?
Yeah, from California.
Yeah. So, but that's also like at 165. We're talking about 209, 220. So some guys, like Sam Mitchell, they can pull up ridiculously good. Garrett too as well. So could Dan, but I don't know. I don't really see what everyone's talking about. You know what I mean? I just see Vlad, and I see Vlad probably, going through him pretty quick. I
So
think,
did
Glad at the barbecue, and I'm telling you, that dude is strong. He's not gonna have a problem.
yeah, man. He's strong as hell, man. That's what I'm saying. That's when I saw him going up against you, Roger. You guys were at the fucking table. I'm sitting there going, Jesus, Vlad is strong as fuck.
Yeah.
So Matt Fish dropped out. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Gal Gochi and Matt Fish dropped out.
Oh, Joe's not going either. Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's why I have Vlad's pulling 209 and 220, and Roger's pulling 230 and 241.
Oh, so Roger, you're taking Joe's match?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's the only thing that we've done quick enough. I try to get somebody else to come in, but it's way too close. We're way too close. I mean, this just happened. I mean,
Close match.
yeah, so it's just better off anyways. I mean, I know Roger deserved it 100%. He's a hell of a fucking puller, and he's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? So, and I appreciate, you always, Roger, you're always there, every single time I ask you for a match. So, it was my pleasure to even,
It's my honor, big dog.
Yeah. And Vlad, he surprised me, man, after the barbecue. And I was talking, and you heard me, Sam, if we needed somebody up, from there, and so a 220, he could play. He can even pull a 230 guy if he wanted to. You know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking about. That we needed somebody for 209 and 220. The first thing that jumped into my mind was Vlad, because he's an absolute fucking monster. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think it's going to be a good night for us. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a really good night for us. And that's going to do a
I
great job.
agree. I think it's gonna be a hell of an experience. And everybody who's just tuning in now, check out Steve Fernandez's Facebook page as well as the New York Tristate Armwrestling, linked below and in the chat. Check it out. That's where the show is gonna start 2 a.m. on Thursday morning.
It's gonna be on my Facebook page.
On your Facebook page. Okay, gotcha. Maybe we can work it out where we can get a little bit of on both.
If we could do both, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think I'll be coming over the Wednesday night, so we'll get that squared away. We'll try to get them both on there, and then we'll lead everything leading up on Steve's Facebook page and the Facebook lives as much as we can. Upload some videos. You'll see some videos being uploaded to the YouTube channel as well, which is linked in the description below. And then the event itself on Saturday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I think it is.
Yep.
That's going to be on the M Spot. Check out the M Spot's YouTube channel. Subscribe to it with notifications on so to capture the live, because this way you can see the matches firsthand. You're going to see them firsthand. It's going to be a hell of a firefight. We got our refs were announced as well. We have Ray Romanowski from the City Slickers coming with us, and then we have Brian Parliament from Canada representing the Country Folk, working over there to ref our matches. They're going to be, I think we're working on IFA rules. We'll go over that during the rules meeting. And let's see what else we got. Oh, let's mention the sponsors too. You gentlemen, so you guys know who's helping make this actual this journey possible. First one up is going to be Resistance and Rotation. That is a workout bar that I show and demo a bunch of times. Click that link, scan the QR code to their website. It's a really cool, innovative upper body bar that you do every upper body workout with. We got Mithril arm wrestling equipment, which is a line of arm wrestling handles and pulleys. He does a side pressure machine. He's out of Kazakhstan. This guy's, you seeing him on King of the Table. He's working with Artem Morozov, Brian Shaw. So he's got his tools all over the place. He's helping us out too. We got Troy Bouncefit. I know many of the people in the Northeast know who Troy is. He's an amazing arm wrestler. He's got a lot of super matches coming up, but he's also a big-time promoter of all things arm wrestling. Anything that to do with their sport, he promotes the hell out of it, and he connects with a lot of people all across the nation. Check him out. And he also owns a bounce house company, which is actually really cool. That's how he stays fit. And then we got Gripzilla, one of our biggest sponsors. That are they are going to be highlighted on different regards. They also gave us a couple of tools, one of which is a tornado that they have. This thing, I'm sure you guys see this thing floating around on social media, and I gotta tell you, I'll be bringing it up with me, so each of you guys can check it out. We're gonna take some videos for them, for them sponsoring us as well. We got also Mikey Oliva and Sarah Bachman at Pro Gear Gym. That's one of our biggest sponsors. They got big events in Florida. They're sponsoring a lot of events all over the place. Check them out. And we got a local guy, Mike Rappel, Restoration Incorporated. It's a construction company from all different capacities. They are local here in Deer Park, New York. Check them out. Any construction from basement renovations to driveway redoing, patios, they do it all. And then last but not least, we got Through the Fingers podcast. Brian Parliament has a podcast with a couple other Canadians, Zach Monroe, which is going to be Garrett Tepper's opponent, and Dakota Shipman, who's actually going to be doing the announcing for the event. They sponsored us as well. So check them out. They have a really cool podcast. We've been on their show a few times. They've been on ours. I did invite them to join us tonight, but I haven't seen them yet. But these are the guys that made this trip possible. That really helped us out with different capacities of getting to Montana. The main guy, I gotta say, is Steve Fernandez right here on screen. He is the main guy that is making it all happen. He is, I want to say, the wizard behind the curtain, the man behind the show, to pull all the strings and make things move the way that they're moving. He's got the ideas and the know-how to make them all come into fruition. Big hats off to you, man. Thank you for including all of us, and especially including myself on this journey. It's been freaking epic.
Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for all of you guys being part of it. It wouldn't be as epic as without you guys. So everybody needs to be here in order for it to happen the way it needs to go. So, and everybody, knows that Garrett, Sam, Roger, Ben, Dan, and everybody, Maddie, Jason. So it's just everybody that's on the team, Vlad, everybody that's on the team. I appreciate you so much, for being part of this, for coming on this journey with me. I hope everybody stays on this team and we take this to the next level. This is going to be one of many that's going to happen of series, the super match series that happens. I already spoke about this before. We'll be going to another state. I'm thinking I want to go to Florida. So we can do something to Florida and go out there for 3 to 4 days, see what we have to do over there, go up against another team, and take this to the next level, make this a series where we can maybe even do this in another house with another team, to see how things get really real, But this started out with this whole family, this whole team together and going out to this mansion, this beautiful place, and going out to eat and meeting this whole new crew, this production crew, and hot springs and fire pits and jacuzzis and all this other shit. It's just on a different level, and we're going to make it a different level, and this is going to be completely different than anybody else is going to see. So, like I said, it wouldn't be anything without you guys, so I appreciate you being part of this, man.
And you mentioned Jason. I didn't want to leave out his match, man. You know, Jason Ciardi is going against Sean Lesser. From what I hear, he's a monster. I don't know anything about Sean.
From what I hear, he's a world champion too.
Yeah, so Jason's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason's strong as fuck too. What did you think, Roger? How do you think Jason feels? Did you pull Jason?
Yeah, I pulled Jason. He felt prime.
Yeah, right. He felt really good, right?
Yep.
Yeah, his hand. From what I hear, his hand. You can't get past his hand. His hand is ridiculous.
The top roll is legit.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's good. That's really good. Jason is a really good puller, man. He really is. It's good to hear that, you know, these guys are doing really good and they're healthy. You know, they're in top shape. You know, everybody absolutely fucking shredded. Every single one of you guys are just looking the best, man. Feeling great. Looking, you know, I seen all of you guys pull so recent, those weeks ago, months ago, you know, if not. So it looks good. Everything's all good. I know you guys are doing your best to do your best out there. So I appreciate that.
I will say this about Jason. What put him on the radar for me was actually seeing him when Devin came down to do a seminar at the High Five Club. He was putting some work into Devin, and I saw Devin actually sweating a bit. So, I mean, this is early on in the night too, mind you. So that says volume. If you can make Devin sweat early on in the night, then even though Devin's got a fairly easy time, he had to put some work in to finish off Jason. So that was pretty impressive to watch.
And that was a few years ago, right?
Yep, that was a few years ago.
Yeah, Jason's I think he's even better now.
Oh, much better. I mean, I pulled with him at the Jason Vale tournament, actually. Because
Exactly.
I decided to pull up at the 176, and he felt like insanely strong. Insanely strong.
I bet he did. Especially for his class for 198. His hand is just.
Yeah, for 198, like the dude is a beast. He's an absolute monster. He's a unit. I think he's a very underrated 198 guy. I've seen him destroy some guys.
100%.
So, any words of wisdom from you, Ben, since you started and we don't really get to know you that much? None of us really get to know you. Any words of wisdom about, people who are just joining in on the sport? What do you got to share?
Words of wisdom. Well, we have a big team with Granite Arms, Badger. There's some new strong guys that are coming up that are really strong. I'm horrible with names, but Joe Neal's a new kid that's like 2 years in that just got his hands iron. He's like 6 feet tall. He's probably about 240. He's super strong. And then there's a lot of other guys too that are just coming up very strong. Big team. We have, 25, 30 guys there.
Damn.
But for only 2 years in, he gives me trouble, and I'm like 6 years in. Yeah.
No shit.
Gotcha. Okay, so keep at it then, all right?
Yeah.
What about you, Garrett? What do you got for words of wisdom?
I would say definitely don't redline at the first few practices. I've seen a lot of guys come in and their ego gets in the way and they're trying to redline and pin people, and then they tweak something and then they just get right out of the sport. So I'd say take it really slow, and like I honestly wouldn't even go to a tournament for like 3 to 6 months just getting into it, and just take it slow and learn your lanes and watch a lot of videos and how to pull.
There you go. Sam, what do you got for us?
Just get with a good team, pull weekly. And people do stuff in the gym a lot, but I think the focus needs to be kind of on just table time, and that's where you hone everything.
How about you, Roger? What do you got?
Wisdom. Oh, that's terrible. I would say if for newbies, it's never quit. It's a marathon, not a race. Fight through the pain. Know your body. Know when to quit for health reasons. Don't break yourself. But just don't take the little aches and pains and just quit, because that's what part of being a man is. Taking that pain and running with it and making it better. Short gains. That's about
fair.
it.
Steve, what do you got?
For only being in the sport for a year, shit, I can't really tell you much. I could just tell you about how good you guys are at shit. Besides that, I can just tell you, look, from what I've been learning, been in the sport for a year, the pains, man. You're gonna go through the pains. Your arm is gonna hurt like you never hurt before. It's not like working out. It's all your ligaments and everything like that. So just keep on putting blood back into your arms to make sure you're not so much, I would say, really pain, because I've been through it. I've gone through it still here and there. Use free sleeves. I mean, don't go like Garrett said, don't red line. Definitely don't red line. You're gonna hurt yourself. I tweaked myself a little bit. I was out with my left arm for a little bit, and now I'm back. But it's just yeah, man, take care of yourself. A lot what Dan says too. It's a lot of healing, afterwards, to make sure you take care of yourself afterwards to make sure you can pull even harder the next time. But yeah, in general, I love pulling, man. Love everything about it. I'm gonna be pulling for the rest of my life, dude. Just until so. But yeah, can't wait for the sport to go to where it's supposed to, man. All over TV. And put you guys on it. I can't fucking wait, man. Can't wait.
I better have an arm wrestling table at my funeral.
Say again?
What's that, Roger?
I said I better have an arm wrestling table at my funeral.
There you go. There you go. Same here. Shout out to
Tombstone's got to be shaped as a table, you say?
that.
That'd be awesome.
Wrestle over me, yeah.
So people can arm wrestle on you.
I like that. And I have to echo each and everything everyone says here in regards to that. My strongest philosophy is that my gains live in recovery. If I'm not taking care of myself and taking time to do so, I can't push as hard as Roger says to push. So definitely make sure you take the time to do so. Listen to your body. Push yourself, but don't push yourself beyond your breaking points. Don't redline. And things will eventually come to fruition. You be patient too. That's the other thing about the sport. You gotta be patient, because there ain't no shortcuts in this sport. There ain't no shortcuts, and people who have tried to find a shortcut, they usually end up injuring themselves. That's my experience with this. I've witnessed a lot of people do that, and my strongest thing is, like, earlier today, if you caught my live, I was getting pressurized cryotherapy, and he was giving everyone a little bit of lesson of what he's about, what he's doing. So check out that live stream earlier on today around 4:00, and it pretty much covers the importance of just taking the time to recover and investing in recover. One of the things, we were on Paul Italia's podcast yesterday. He always talks about making sure you get good health insurance. And what's one of the benefits of getting good health insurance? This guy's service is going to be covered by health insurance. The only cryotherapy service ever. So definitely check them out. New York Cryogen Incorporated. They're in New York, but he's actually developing affiliates across the nation. So, stay tuned for all those things, because I'm going to be a part of helping get the word out there. But also in the same conversation with Paul Italia that from yesterday, we were talking about what's more important, strength or skill in the sport. Where do you think you need to go? Do you need to master technique, or do you need to master strength? I think that, and I'm a personal believer, that you need to master the technical side of it and get strong around that. Focus on what you need to do that you are already strong at, and condition the fuck out of that. Work that out as much as you can, and then as you get to higher levels of that, then you become more well-rounded with that. What's your guys' philosophy on that? Strength or technique? I know Sam and Steve were already on that show last night. So, Garrett, let's start off with you. Strength versus technique. What do you think is more important in the sport of arm wrestling?
Yeah, kind of like you said, like you gotta learn the technique first and then build from that. But you also need the strength with the technique because you can know exactly what to do, but if you're not strong enough to do it, then it's kind of worthless. So you definitely need both, but I guess it'd be better to learn the what you need to do first and then build from that.
What about you, Ben?
I think strength trumps everything because you look at Brian Shaw, his technique was horrible with Brandon Allen. He was just going sideways with them. They couldn't. There's nothing they could do, and that's kind of the problem because he's so strong. And guys who are strong have a lot of trouble learning the technique because they can do it wrong and it still works. And I think the guys that are the lighter guys trying to beat stronger guys end up with better technique in the end. And it is hard for stronger guys to learn it just because when everything you do works, you don't have like it's just like people talk kind of shit about Dave Chafee because he doesn't have much technique. He's just so fucking strong. He just goes sideways with them and it works. So I think strength does trump everything, but when you start meeting guys that are as strong as you or stronger, technique is everything at that point.
That's fair. Roger, chime in.
Ben said it perfectly. I mean, honestly, if you're all around strong, technique is your only, I mean, the only thing you have to train then at that point. So, I mean, if you're strong, technique. But that's, I mean, that's looking at from my point of view because, like you said, if you're the strongest one on the table and you're just like you said, like Shaw, you can't handle that much power no matter what direction it's going. Even if you take his hand by chance, you still got all that arm leaning on you, and it's like putting a 100-pound guy against a 300-pound guy. Is the chance really that good?
Yeah, you're right.
That's fair. Well, we actually had a good question in the chat, guys. I'm gonna let you guys answer some of this. Sam, is it better to learn a little bit of everything or to focus on one path?
So for me, if I'm just beginning, you got to find out where you're really strong. And once you find, say, you're a hook puller and you're a really good hook puller, focus primarily on hook pulling at practice. But you've got to try a little bit of everything and always train. Like I always hit top roll at least at practice. I always want to hit some straps at practice, and I always want to hit a little press too. So you want to be able to have other options and start training those other options, finding where you're weak, train those. And you find those best, I find, at tournaments. So once you get going to tournaments, you record your videos of your losses. Just watch those losses and why you lost. And then base your training off of those losses. If somebody's getting you overturned, you don't have enough pronation, so you need to work your pronation some. People are just plowing through your bicep, add a little bicep in. Versatility is always good.
I like that. I like that a lot. What do you think, Steve?
Honestly, I work on everything because I'm just new to the sport. You know what I mean? So I try to do. I got a side pressure machine, that I have here in the back, and I use that. I use it also for pressing because I like to press. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I try to do everything. Tell you the truth, I don't. Being so new to the sport, it's really I try to go inside like you said, you know what I mean, and you feel your weak points, and I try to work your you try to work your weak points as much as you can, then you go back in and then you discover something else, that you got to work on. So I think, I was the strongest for myself. I think I'm, pressed, but some other people told me, hook drag. So it's all depends, man. I'd say working on everything would be the best,
Yeah.
Ben, what about you? What do you got?
I train a lot of containment. I think it is good to do a little of everything. I know they say like like Travis has like that one move, and if you got one move that can beat everyone, then that's the way to go. I've been trying to be more versatile. I try to make my go-to as strong as I can, but I've also been trying to be more versatile too. So when I get stuck in different positions, that I'm not, screwed at that point. So I'm trying to get used to hooking and even pressing. So being versatile, I think is better.
I gotta say, my 2 cents on that. When I first came into the sport, everyone said I should try hooking, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with it. I didn't like it, and so I went and stuck with top roll. I got really good with top roll, and to the point where I was beating everybody until I wasn't, right? And then and then I actually got an injury and got forced to learn how to hook. And once I learned how to hook, then it became, one of my go-to moves until I got a little injury there, and then I went back to being a top roll. So moral of the story is that if you get comfortable with one, be prepared to actually, lose in that position by somebody who's just that much stronger than you, possibly, and be prepared to become versatile. But everybody's a little different, right? Everyone has a different weakness. Everyone has a different strength. And if you find yours, whatever works for you, and that's the beauty of the sport. It is individualized. There is not one size fits all, method to this, right? So that's one of the things I love about the sport.
Well,
Anybody
fellas,
else have
I'm going to
anything else?
jump off for the night. I got to
Okay.
get to bed. All right. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you on Wednesday,
Thank you
all
for
right?
joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday
All
night,
right.
Thursday morning.
All right. Good night.
Good night, brother. Well, it's been a long show. I'm excited. I think everyone's kind of like now just gonna get in their mindset and right for ripping off the other person's arm across the table. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it a show. I thank each and every one of you guys for joining me and sharing with me your Monday night, and everybody who's viewing. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for next week's episode of Collaborate Pull Together as we do a recap of the event in the week, and we'll talk about other things that are coming up and everything that was leading up to the event as well.
Great, man.
All right.
Sounds
Yeah, man.
good.